Hi, I'm with John and Tanisha Chuma. We're doing a short sale at their home in Rosemont, and we were just talking when the camera was off, and they started talking about a loan mod, and I'll just sort of let you guys take it from there, because I said, you know, would you mind telling people what that was like for you? So.
Okay, well, when I got laid off the second time last year, I went and did a loan mod. It was about in October, because I felt like, well, I got laid off, but at least that gives me an excuse I could get one of these loan modifications. I'm hearing all this stuff about and how great they are and this and that and the other thing. So we went through the process with Bank of America, which was an absolute nightmare. I mean, just turning in paperwork, they lose the paperwork, you turn in the paperwork again.
Something isn't signed right, or there's a page missing, or
upwards well over, I mean, I would say 5-6 hours of phone time. I mean, it was an absolute horrible experience. But finally,
for months.
But finally it went through, and we got our trial offer. So the trial payment, my original mortgage was $2,400 a month, and that was the mortgage, taxes, and insurance. The trial offer they sent me, which was $1,600 a month for everything, which sounded excellent. In fact, if that trial offer would have stood, if it would have just stayed like that, now so what you're told is that the trial monthly payment is going to be real close to what your final mortgage is going to be.
And you'll probably be paying less.
And probably it will be less. I mean, that's what they tell you. And I believe that. So when I got the trial offer of $1,600 a month, we thought we hit the jackpot. I mean, I could absolutely afford to keep the house at that. So you're supposed to make the trial payment for 3 months, and if you make that, then they send you paperwork and the loan gets finalized, and again, they tell you that it's either going to be that trial offer or something lower. So after 3 months have gone by, I paid it 3 months in a row. Nothing happened. I call Bank of America every week. We'll just keep paying the trial offer. We're just behind right now. I paid it the 4th month. I kept calling once a week, checking in, because that's what they tell you what to do. I paid it the 5th month. I paid it the 6th month. And still, you're waiting because you can't, until it's finalized and they give you the final paperwork, it's not a done deal. You're just making the trial offer. So after 7 months of making the trial offer and calling every week for four weeks in a row and being on hold and sending emails and trying to get hold, finally, they send you a packet that says, this is your final offer, and you have 48 hours to sign it and get it back to us in front of the notarizer. The final offer they sent me, basically what they did is they gave me a new monthly payment, which was going to be $2,000 a month. So my trial payment was $1,600. The new offer went up, was $2,000 a month, which I couldn't afford. Plus, for those 7 months when I was making the trial offer, since I was only paying $1,600 a month, they took all the money. They took all the money that wasn't paid those months and added it at the top of the loan.
From the original.
Put it on the original loan, yeah. So for those, it was 7 months. I was paying $1,600 rather than my $2,400 mortgage, which was a difference of what's that?
$400?
No, that was a difference of $800 a month. What my mortgage should have been. So they took $800 times those 7 months. So they took like $6,000 and just put it up at the top of the loan. So now I'll be paying interest on that for 30 years. So in the long run, it was garbage. I mean, it was another
complete waste of time.
Complete waste of time. So you know, it was
not a pleasant waste of time either, from the sound of it.
It's a disheartening experience. From what I understand, basically the message that was sent to me was, you know, we want you out of there. My trial mortgage payment was $1,600 a month. For them to then string me along for 7 months, and then put that at the top, and then hit me with a $2,000 a month mortgage.
After all these banks have been bailed out and given all this money to, you know, to help people with loan modifications and, you know, things like that, and they just strung us along.
They strung us along. If they knew. If in their equation they figured I could do a payment of $1,600 a month, that's how they come up with your trial loan. They do some sort of equation based on your current finances and come up with what you could afford right now. It's based on some kind of percentage. And nothing had changed, and we had given them documentation that nothing had changed in our life. We weren't making more money or anything. After 7 months, for them to come back with a a $2,000 a month, which is $400 more a month, was basically we don't want to work with you.
Right.
We're going to take your house back. So that was not what it's crocked up to be.
No.
All the commercials you see on that, and all the people you see who say they've done things like that, and the way that's advertised. Unfortunately, I think that's another one of those things that it's not what it's advertised to be. At least for us, it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, they got an extra, $11,000, $12,000 of those 7 months, as opposed to if they just told you, hey, sorry guys, best we can do is $2,000. Oh, well, gee, I'm sorry, we can't afford $2,000. What's next?
Right.
Well, either foreclose or do a short sale.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess we'll just do a short sale instead. They kept you strung along for 7 months.
Yeah.
Got another $11,000, $12,000 in their pocket, and in the end,
it's
you
evil.
really
It's absolutely evil. It's business, it's what they do.